Welcome back to the Insurance FAQs YouTube channel, where today we're answering the question, what is and what is not covered by travel insurance? So what does travel insurance cover? Be wary when purchasing travel insurance. Some plans only cover trip cancellation and travel delays, while other policies only cover medical expenses. Look for a comprehensive travel insurance policy if you want full coverage for all contingencies. Make sure you read the fine print so you fully understand what is and what is not covered. Then match various offerings with your budget and level of risk you are willing to take. So the basic trip cancellation insurance. Remember, one never plans to cancel a trip, otherwise why even book it in the first place? But as we all know, it happens. The state calls you up for jury duty. You or another member of the traveling party gets sick or is in an accident. The reasons to cancel a trip are plentiful, and sometimes you simply decide not to go. Trip cancellation insurance generally pays you back 100% of the monies you have prepaid that are non-refundable, such as airline tickets, ground transportation, and hotel costs at the destination. Check to see if it also covers any activities you may have prepaid, such as tours or other events. If you have been sufficiently frightened by the government scare pandemic known as COVID, then look for a policy that covers you in case you get the virus just before the trip. Note that insurance cannot be claimed on any amount that is refundable, so keep track of what is refundable and what is not, and only pay for the coverage you need on the refundable part. No sense paying for insurance on something they will not pay you for. Travel delay insurance. This insurance covers you for any extra costs you incur while traveling due to delays. This covers items like snacks and any needed personal hygiene articles. And if you are stranded long enough, it may cover meals, a taxi ride, and a hotel room. Trip interruption coverage. If for some reason during your trip you need to cut it short, this insurance covers those non-refundable prepaid items like tours, hotel nights, non-used airline or other transportation ticket costs, etc. It may also include the purchase of a one-way return ticket, depending on the reason for cancellation. Baggage and personal item loss or delay. Arriving at your destination only to discover your bags have been delayed or lost or stolen is a bummer. This coverage includes the cost of the bags and the contents inside. But be careful, it is not for replacement value, but actual and reasonable actual value. If you bought a whole new, never used wardrobe for your trip, then you may be covered, but bringing any used items will only pay pennies on the dollar. Also note that unless you bump the coverage, the amounts paid on lost bags is generally capped at a low amount. So if you plan on bringing anything expensive, make sure you have enough coverage. But what if the bags are not lost or stolen, but only delayed? Then this coverage should take care of anything you need until they arrive. Maybe a winter coat because you went somewhere cold, or a swimsuit if you went somewhere warm, and personal toiletries to keep you clean while you wait. Then there's travel, medical, and emergency evacuation insurance. If you are traveling within your country, this is probably not needed, unless your local HMO charges outrageous fees for out-of-network services. But international travel generally is not covered by your health insurance policy. Travel medical services include doctor and hospital visits, rides in ambulances, and other bills associated with the accident or illness while on abroad, whether for vacation or simply living outside your home country. You may want to make sure there is medical coverage should you need to be air evacuated back to your home country, especially if you are visiting a third world country where quality services are not available, or a remote area where little to no services at all. For the older traveler, note that Medicare does not cover you outside the USA. And again, for those who fear COVID, make sure to get a policy that explicitly covers you in case you catch the virus. And because of the pandemic, Many foreign countries are now requiring proof of medical coverage before entering the country. Lots of folks were stranded when countries blocked travel with others due to the coup. You might want to consider other riders and options. I already mentioned bumping the amount of baggage insurance coverage if you have expensive items. But there's also this cancel for any reason coverage. Maybe you need to cancel for reasons not listed in the basic package. Make sure to get this rider if you sometimes simply flake out and have no valid medical or emergency reason to cancel a trip. But remember that this costs extra and also generally only covers 75% of the non-reimbursable prepaid costs, not the full 100% you invested. So choose wisely and don't book with flakes. Expect to bump your insurance costs by 50% or more for cancel for any reason coverage. Ugh. So, what is not covered by travel insurance? Many common items are not covered by travel insurance. Always read the policy details to know ahead of time what will be and not be reimbursed in case of claim. Are you planning to do some skydiving or parasailing while visiting Mexico? Any resulting accident will most likely not be covered, as these are considered high-risk activities. Most likely scuba diving will be exempted as well. Problems caused if you are drunk or using drugs or other illegal substances will keep you from getting paid. And since you can usually not prove that you had been lost or stolen, insurance policies do not cover for lost or stolen cash. I always try to use credit cards for as much as possible and only carry the amount of cash I need for each day, leaving the rest in the hotel safe or in the form of traveler's checks. Are you traveling to a foreign country to get some medical work done? Many folks go to Mexico for dental work because it's much less expensive. Do not expect to be reimbursed those fees from your medical travel insurance. That is only for unplanned accidents and other illnesses. So, here at Insurance FAQs, we answer your questions about homeowners, life, car, health, travel, and business insurance. If you found this video useful, please click the thumbs up button below. Go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell. And remember, you can read all the full-length articles at our website, www.insurancefaq.me. Thanks, and have a great day.